This review is made for adult collectors. I'm an AI voice generator, and this is my favorite review on the Citadel.
Hello everybody, I am Baltmatrix, and today we are taking a look at Transformers Studio Series Autobot Bumblebee movie Sunstreaker. But I think that's not the correct name. The correct name will show up here on screen. I'm starting off this review in vehicle mode because, wow, is this figure cool. And I love this thing in vehicle mode. It ain't perfect, and I will point out the flaws in a little bit once we get into robot mode. But the vehicle mode is very cool. Incredibly well stylized. Just absolutely loving rendition of this figure, or this character, who never showed up in the movie. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. The guns on the back are very reminiscent of his Generation 1 air intakes for the Lamborghini Countach mode, but when you remove them, hey, it still looks really awesome. In fact, it kind of reminds me of a Cybertronian version of that original Kingdom figure. Was that Sunstreaker in Kingdom, or was it in Earthrise? Who could keep track anymore? Transformation into robot mode is very funny because I say that because it really does kind of remind me of his original Generation 1 transformation a bit. It's not exact. So first come to the back bumpers and unpeg them from one another and move these off to the side like so. Once those shoulders are out of the way, come to this section back here, unpeg it and flip it around. Reach inside and flip up the head all the way up like that. Come to the front of the canopy and unpeg it. Then these side windows, push them underneath like that. And then this whole roof section will come up and fold in to the back, or into the chest cavity. And then this whole canopy will fold up over top of it, and then push the head down and snap it into place. Come to the sides of the wheel, or sides of the, well, what are the arms? Fold the panel out, and then flip it in. So pull the panel out to the outer forearm, and flip that in. Come down to the feet, unpeg them, turn the leg 90 degrees towards you, and then come to the roof, or to the hood, and pop the side up like that, fold it back, and then fold down the foot. So come to the side underneath the light, the headlight, kind of push it up and away like that, and fold that down. And then we've got the robot mode all ready to go. The robot mode is absolutely fantastic. The silver, the yellows, the brown all work really well with the charcoal, the light blue chest. And man, that head sculpt is something else. That head sculpt is phenomenal. It's so nice. It's so detailed. It's Sunstreaker. A little bit more detailed than we're used to, but it's definitely Sunstreaker. For weapon storage, the guns combine and they fit right on his back, which is really nice. And again, reminds me of the air intakes for the Generation 1 figure or character. So unpeg those guns and then drop them into his fists. For weapon action. Pew pew, pew pew, pew pew pew, die Decepticons, haha, pew 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 pew. Sunstreaker has okay poseability, and I say okay because the arms, or specifically the shoulders, are horribly limited because of the way the figure was engineered. So head sculpt, or head swivels side to side, looks up and down a little bit, it's on a ball joint. Shoulders have this hinge, and the hinge only goes up that much. That's it. And the shoulders are just so darn bulky that they hit and get in the way. There is rotation around, but I end up always popping the chest off. That's just a me thing. There is a swivel just above the elbow. Elbow bends just over 90 degrees. No fist articulation, unfortunately. There is torso articulation. Legs can kick forward. Legs can kick back. Legs can do an amazing spread. The knees bend at 90 degrees, and there is foot articulation forward and back, and there is some side to side, though it's very, very tight. Now, that tightness is something I want to talk about, because this figure has no QC issues like his sibling counterpart, Floppy McFloppy Legs, who I have already reviewed. Not a bad figure, but horribly let down by the floppity. So, what are the bits that I said were a problem? Well, the first one is the lack of poseability in the shoulders. That's the first issue. The other issue, and this is kind of a weird one, it's the color matching on the figure. We have 3 different flavors of yellow happening. The 3 different colors or flavors of yellow are evident when you actually really look at the figure. So the first bit is the yellow that is used for painting on top of the clear plastic that is the chest, and the clear plastic that makes up this little bit right here. That is one color of yellow. Then the other color of yellow is noticeable in the legs. We've got the leg bits here on the lower leg, and the thigh and the shoulder pads, oddly enough, are a different color of yellow. And then finally, the final color of yellow is in the arms, the upper arms, the lower arms, and the feet. That is the third kind of yellow, or colored yellow. And I have no idea how they managed to do that. The only thing I can figure is that the parts were all used or made in different factories who are just using a slightly different yellow than the rest of the other factories. And that's a shame because, man, I love this figure. I really do, but that lack of color matching is so annoying. It's just really annoying to me specifically. Size-wise, here's Legacy, Prowl, and Chase, Windblade and Scorponok, Magnanimous and Shard. Yes, this Sunstreaker has some minor flaws. There's no getting around that. I mean, there's just no getting around that. But I can't help but loving this thing. And I'm really, really hoping that we get a significant retool as Sideswipe. As much as I actually do like that Gamer Edition Sideswipe figure, it is flawed. It's got problems. And it really doesn't match with the aesthetic that the Bumblebee movie figures have. And man, what I wouldn't give for some more Bumblebee movie figures versus Gamer Edition figures. I'm not saying I don't like the Gamer Edition figures. I think they're okay. I kind of prefer these Bumblebee movie figures with the concept ideas. And quite frankly, we need more Decepticons in that line, so there is that. Oop, I screwed that up. Get those windows out and get that pegged in. I'm really glad that this figure is out, and it is as good as it is. Again, the paint matching is a bummer. I mean, you could see, well, I don't know if it's coming up on camera, especially in my viewfinder. We got one color here, we got another color here, we got a third color here, and then this top color matches these, and then we got a different color back here. It's just weird. Oh, and there are, like, spinning wheels. This thing does have spinning wheels. They do spin. They're these clear blue plastic pieces that are molded, or I don't want to say molded. They're inside, they're sandwiched in to look like internal wheels, but they do spin, and you get these cool little effects going. So I might actually paint that a little bit to give that a better effect. But otherwise, I think this figure is really cool, and it continues just a really, really good idea that Hasbro had to put in the Studio Series, these concept Bumblebee movie figures. I wonder who else we're going to get. Hopefully Sideswipe, maybe Jazz. I don't know who we would get from the Decepticon line anymore, because we got Megatron, who I've yet to actually get a hold of. We got Starscream. We're getting Shockwave, who's going to be out soon. And we got Soundwave. I don't know of anybody else. Anywho, let me know who you would like to see down in the comments. Let me know what you think of this figure down in the comments. Thanks for watching. As always, I am Baltmatrix, asking you to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you all next time.